Hello, this is Jamal Jones, and I'm recording my PowerPoint about Algeria. To start off with the geography, I'm going to start off talking about the four main parts of Algeria, or regions of Algeria. North, we have the Tell. South, Southwest, we have the Haut Plateau. And south is a group of mountains. It's called the Sahara Atlas. And last is the Algerian Sahara, which makes up basically the rest of Algeria. Just green. This is one of my culture paragraphs about the marriage. So for the marriage, yeah, they take it really seriously. It's one of the something that you have to take really seriously. You have to do everything that you're supposed to traditionally do. So traditionally, the marriages are arranged by the parents of the couple, or like a professional caterer group or a professional wedding designer. The celebration, the wedding lasts for I wouldn't say a week, but it lasts for days. It's basically like a big old family carnival, mini carnival. It has music, food, and the baths. I mean, the brides get baths, like ritual baths, and like very big tubs. And the one rule is that the groom has to cover everything. This is about the Algerians and what they wear. If you went to Algeria, you would know like who's Algerian, who's not Algerian, because most are very poor. And the men, they wear these things called gondolas, and they wear burnos, and just like suit or like wraps around them, and like hats kind of. And they change depending on the season. And the women, they wear the same, but they have like a huge wrap, like from the head to the toe. This is about this is about my author Albert. This is his biography slide. Uh, my author is Albert Camus. He was born November 7, 1913. His father, they never really met, or they never met at all. He died in a battle called the Battle of Marne. So his mother raised him and his brother, and they were in a very low-income household. I guess you can say he was born smart. He went through school, everything very easy, and I got him a scholarship at the University of Algeria. And he also knew how to swim and play soccer, so that got him a scholarship. In 1930, he was diagnosed with tuberculosis. And then no more soccer or swimming, so he started writing. Published his first book, The Stranger. And of course, he published more books, but most known for The Stranger because I won him a Nobel Prize. And sadly, January 4th of 1960, he died in a car crash. This is my analysis on The Stranger. So the theme of, my opinion, is that the theme of The Stranger is how the Arabs were treated in the French. Mainly coming from how there's quotes to see how they treated, to show how they treated Arabs, and how my author was alive during the time period of when Algerians, Arabs were being treated horribly by French. This is my analysis part 2. This is my opinion. So for The Stranger, it's not a bad book. It's way above average. I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest book, but it's a good book. It has good pluses. But I would like suggest it for people who mainly like suspenseful movies, because like from the beginning, the book has you guessing. Like just from the beginning, there's quotes like, "Would you like to see your mother one last?" Like when the caretaker said, "Would you like to see your mother one last time?" And when Marozo said no, everybody's like, "Why wouldn't you want to see your parent?" You get it? Yeah. That's my third book. So if you like an above average book, but you don't want a long book, I would recommend The Stranger. This is my historical event slide. I kind of talked about it earlier. I didn't talk about all of it though. So my historical event is the Algerian War, Algerian War of Independence. It basically started because Algerians didn't like how the French were treating them. So one day they started a revolt. One day, a team called they built a team called the National Liberation Front, and they just started fighting, and then war started because they wanted their independence. So a few attacks started, and then it just became into a war, Algerian War. This is part two. To summarize, Algerian War, it was very similar to like World War One, World War Two, but there was, since there was less people, it wasn't like as many casualties. But it was still a war, still a lot of killing. And at the end, France also, after they finally realized what they were doing was wrong, they gave Algeria oil and gas, basically. I mean, there's a lot more to it, but basically, summarize oil and gas. And for my historical event part 3, since my author was like from Algeria and he's alive during this time, I think that inspired him to make this his theme. In The Stranger, as it because it is about how the French treated the Arabs. This is a summary, so let's see how I can summarize this. So the main character in my book is Marzo. He's going through a rough time because his mom just died. Okay, in his apartment, there's a man named Raymond. One day, Marzo sees Raymond beating up his wife, basically. And Raymond sees that Marzo notices it, so he tries to like keep him to shut up. So after the mistress, or after the girl calls the cops on Raymond, Raymond tells Marzo to lie for him. Although, okay, after that happened, okay, the next day, Raymond sees Marzo again, and he basically thinks they're friends, so they start actually becoming friends. Like they start hanging out, because Raymond's like, I owe you one. So they become friends. So one day, so this is like a couple weeks later, Raymond and Marzo, they're walking on the beach. You know, they're friends now. And they see the girl that Raymond beat up, they see her brother. And of course, her brother is not just going to let him walk in peace. So they end up, Raymond and the brother end up fighting. And Raymond ends up beating up the brother. Okay, this isn't really important, but there's a dude named Mason. He's kind of like, he's just a character. And there's not that many characters. He's just a character. And he comes into the story. He's in the group, a friend group of Raymond and Marzo. Okay. Okay, Marzo and Raymond are hanging out a lot. And like, if you couldn't tell, Raymond's like a mean guy. So, Raymond's a mean guy. So, when Marzo just keeps hanging around him, you know, seeing the birds fly. Yeah. He starts to become mean like Raymond. And then one day they see the brother again, but this time, sadly, Raymond has a gun on him. Okay, Raymond has a gun on him, and since Marzo knew that like it's not good for him to have a gun around him because they're like beefing, so he takes the gun. So Marzo walks away, and then he sees the brother again, just Marzo and the brother. So the sun, I guess it was really hot that day, and like the sun, you know, when it's super hot and the sun like hits your eyes. So he was struggling to see, and I guess he got scared and he shot the guy, he shot the brother, and then afterwards he literally shot him 4 times while he was dead. And of course Marzo got caught by the police with he goes with like no commotion like at all. He just goes. Afterwards, of course, he's sentenced to the death penalty. In the last chapters are just like about how his times in prison and like how he becomes obsessed with death and how he's like wants to die. That's the end. Thanks for reading or listening to my presentation. Have a good day.